Hello, welcome back. Now here is a question that is posed to you. Sketch y is equal to 3 over x minus 3 plus 2. So you can see that this is also a hyperbola because it is something like this. It is y is equal to x over something. And this, of course, you know from your parabola is a vertical shift. The graph has moved 2 units up, but doesn't matter. You can see the format. It's like a parabola, x over something plus 2. So we have to do two things. Firstly, we want to find the x asymptote. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first show you the easy way how to find the asymptote, ASYMP. I'll first show you the easy way how to find the x asymptote, and then later on I'll give you the full working. Now if you want the x asymptote, all you do is you take this, the denominator. You take the denominator, x minus 3, and you make it equal to 0. That's all. If you want the x asymptote, just take the denominator and make it equal to 0. Take the denominator, make it equal to 0, and solve it. When you solve this, you'll get x is equal to 3. So there's your asymptote, x equal to 3. Now you want the y asymptote. When you want the y asymptote, this is what you do. Just block off this section here. And what do you see? The answer is y is equal to 2. So that's your final answer. The asymptote is y is equal to 2. So this is y is equal to 2. Now that's a quick and shortcut ways to find it. Later on I will go into the steps showing you how we arrive at this. Alright, for x asymptote, just take the denominator, make it equal to 0, solve. For y, just block off this part and you got the answer, y is equal to 2. So you got your two asymptotes. Now you need some ordered pairs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw the axes, I'm going to draw the asymptotes, and then you will know which numbers to use in your ordered pairs. So let's go and do this section. So there's your 0. Let's take 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Negative. Negative 1. Negative 2. Negative 3. Now, the asymptote x is equal to 3. So there's your x-axis here, and there's your y-axis. Now be careful, this is a special graph. From your straight lines, you know, x is equal to 3 is a vertical line, so there's the asymptote. So you draw the asymptote first. Next, y is equal to 2. So y is equal to 2 is a graph that goes this way. So you have to know your straight lines very well for you to understand all these graphs. So y is equal to 2. Now you drew the two asymptotes. This is x equal to 3. This one is y is equal to 2. Now, you can see that is positive on the top. If it's positive, it means that the graph is going to be here and the graph is going to be here. It's going to be here and here. So if it's going to be here, that means I must use, for example, 4 in the ordered pairs. You see, the graph is going to be here. So I'm going to use 4 in the ordered pairs. And then if it's going to be here, then I can use any one of these numbers here, except 3. I cannot use 3. All right, so let's start. Now, there's something special about this one. The question is, what you cannot use? What value of x you cannot use? Well, you cannot use x must not equal to 3. You cannot use that. That means I can use 0. I can use x is 0. So I can use x is 0. So what I'll do, let me use 0. Let me use minus 3. And let me use 1 and 1. So that will help me to get the graph drawn here. Right? Now in this quadrant, I will just use one ordered pair. I'll use 4. I'll find one ordered pair here and then I will draw the graph there. So I will use 4. Now let's see what happens. So we're going to do some working now. Y is equal to 3 over x minus 3 plus 2. So it is 3 over x, no, sorry, x is now 0. So it will be 0 minus 3 plus 2. Now you put that in your calculator and get the answer. If you haven't got a calculator, it's minus 1 plus 2, which will give you plus 1. So you have found the first ordered pair, right? Next, minus 3. So let's do the working. Y is equal to 3 over x minus 3 plus 2. So y is equal to 3 over, I'm using negative 3. So it's negative 3 plus 2. Put that in your calculator. Use that, put that in your calculator. And that's minus half plus 2. You'll get 1,5. Alright, I'm not using a calculator, but I'm sure I'm right. That's 3 over negative 6. That's negative half plus 2 will give you 1,5. So this is 1,5. So similarly, y is equal to 3 over x. X is now 1. So it's 3 over x minus 1 plus 2. Sorry, x is 1. So it's 1 minus 3. Watch. That's your question. The value is 1 for x. So where there is x, you write 1. So it's 3 over 1 minus 3 plus 2. And you put that in your calculator. And you'll get minus 1.5 plus 2. This will become minus 1.5. 3 over negative 2. Yeah, minus 1.5 plus 2. The final answer will be plus half. Alright, so we got half. And finally, for the last ordered pair, I'm not doing the working. When you're going to put, alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it here and we will erase it later. Let's do it here. You got y is equal to 3 over x minus 3 plus 2. Now you're putting in 4. So it will be 3 over 4 minus 3 plus 2. And you put this in your calculator and you'll get the answer 5. Right. So have a good look at the workings, because just now we're going to erase the workings. Right? Okay. Now that you've got an idea how we've done this, right? We're going to erase the workings. I need to erase these two so that we have a nice clean graph on this side. Right. Now, okay, you got 0, 1. So when x is 0, y is 1. So now you'll see that you actually got a y-intercept here. When it's minus 3, it's 1,5. When it's minus 3, it's 1,5. So 1,5 is somewhere there. Right. When it's 1, it is half. When it's 1, it is half. Half is somewhere here. right? Now you can see the graph is going this way, right? So you might be actually interested in knowing what is the x-intercept. So if you want x-intercept, you can actually work it out. So we can work out the x-intercept for this graph, because you can see that this graph is going to cut the x-axis. So if you want the x-intercept, y is equal to 3 over x minus 3 plus 2. If you want x-intercept, you make y equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 3 over x minus 3 plus 2. Now, let's bring everything this side. 3 over x minus 3 is equal to 2 over 1. I brought that, alright, wait, let's see, sorry, plus 2 is equal to 0. I brought everything from there here. So, now we'll take the 2 on that side. 3 over x minus 3 is equal to negative 2. So that negative 2, I'm going to make it negative 2 over 1. Now you can cross multiply. So you'll end up with 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 3 times 1. Let's take the working there. This will give you 2x minus 6. 2x minus 6 is equal to 3 times 1, 3. So 2x is equal to, when the 6 goes there, it becomes 3. 2x is equal to 9. X is equal to 4, 5. Because you take the 9, you divide it by the 2, you'll get x is equal to 4, 5. So now something is wrong. You're not supposed to get 4, 5 because the graph's supposed to. So we'll just check our working. Y is equal to 3 over x minus 3 plus 2. That's correct. Make the y-intercept. You want the x-intercept, therefore you make y equal to 0. That's correct. That's 3 over x minus 3, correct. That's 2, correct. That's correct. That's 3 over x minus 3 is equal to minus 2. That's correct. So there's a mistake here. When you are cross multiplying, it is minus 2 here. Not, see, that's minus 2. So minus 2 is supposed to be here. This is supposed to be minus 2. So minus 2 times x will give you minus 2x. Minus 2 times minus 3 will give you plus 6. And 3 times 1 will give you 3. Now you got minus 2x is equal to 6 plus 6. Now when the 6 goes this side, it will become negative 6. Right? Minus 2x will stay here. Plus 6 goes there, it becomes, let's write that neatly. Well, let's do this section neatly again. There's your minus 2x. That will become minus 6 plus 3. Minus 2x is equal to minus 3. X is equal to minus 3 over minus 2. X is equal to 1.5. Now that's right. Okay. Now we found the x-intercept. The x-intercept is 1.5. So we know that the graph goes exactly here. The x-intercept is 1.5. Alright. So we've found the x-intercept. We can now draw the graph. So this part of the graph goes like this. It will go very close to that. It won't touch. It will come from here. It will go through here. It will go very close to that. It won't touch. So we got that arm done. And then for this side, we just need one ordered pair, and that will be enough. There's 4, and 5 will be somewhere here. Alright? So this graph will come this way, like this way. Okay? So if you try, I'm just saying, if you want to just try 6, somewhere here will be 6. So if you put 3 over 6 minus 3, 3 over 6 minus 3 will give you 3 over 3. which is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So for 6 it is actually, for 6 it is actually 3. For 4 it is actually 5. So sometimes you might just need 2 ordered pairs here. But it's very important to draw the asymptotes first, because then that gives you an idea what numbers to use in the ordered pairs over there. Alright, so just be careful. Now it gets a little bit extra work. Alright, so let's go through it quickly. Just do a summary. Step 1, find the x asymptote. Very simple. Just look at the denominator. X minus 3, make it equal to 0, x is equal to 3. Step 2, find the y asymptote. For the y asymptote, just block off there and you can see y is equal to 2. So you got the answer, y is equal to 2. When you have done these two things, go and draw them. Draw the two asymptotes. After you draw the asymptotes, you'll be able to work out what ordered pairs to use. Because you can see clearly that the graph will be in this space and the graph will be in that space. So in that space I can use 4 and 6. In this space I can use any one of these numbers. Any one of these numbers less than 3. So that's why I chose those numbers. Alright, and then here I needed to find the x-intercept. So I made y equal to 0. I solved the equation and I found that the x-intercept was 1.5 and I put it there. Alright, so that's how you draw this graph, and take your time, go through it step by step. Right? Remember, step 1, asymptote. Step 2, y asymptote. Step 3, draw the asymptotes. Step 4, now choose your ordered pairs. Now choose the x values and then find the ordered pairs. Alright? And in this graph here, you do have a y-intercept, you do have an x-intercept, and plot the points, draw the graph. Alright, you can take your time and have a good look at it, and I'll give you one to do shortly just now, and you can try that.